writings about the Knights of Templar, and I think that there is a truth on it. That's one of their agenda, hidden agenda.
The Knights Templar originally was a order recognized by the Catholic Church, but
The
maybe
Catholics
deep
is behind
inside
on it,
them.
but the Catholics is also behind on it. Maybe on the majority of the Catholics, the mainstream of Catholic, they don't know it, but there is a arm of, just like with the CIA, just something like that. Uh, Knight of
So
Templar is part of a conspiracy which is behind the mainstream of the Catholic Church. That's what I mean.
well, there are other conspiratorial versions of that. That the Masons, you remember Boy Cordero coming to our chapel?
Oh yes,
He was witnessing to me that one day the Antichrist will take over the Catholic Church. Sounds
yes.
very common, right? With us.
Daniel nine twenty
Then,
seven.
and he's gonna explain this because of the Masonry. The Masons is the secret enemy of the church. Secretly they will install their pope there. I thank you for the landscaping of Alberto Rivera.
And
You may click the
and
picture of Alberto
and the
Rivera
main
for the
and
moment.
the and as I remember, the main thing that they will do is to abolish the Holy Eucharist, the main
Yeah.
sacrament of the Catholic Church. That's what Boy Cordero had been
Part
said.
of. Yes, yes. Okay, so that's their version, okay? And how coincidental for us that we also believe one day the leadership of the Catholic Church will lead the the world against the two prophets, and which will mark. So uh, the Protestants have a half revelation that is the Catholic Church during the dark Reformation period. They had that. So our topic is about government. So one conspiracy here is the Catholic Church are the kingmakers of the world. They can install uh, or remove kings from their places. And Brad Jackson has an article about that. Literally, it happened. The Pope unseated a king for disobeying him. So there are three horns plucked out of the roots, by the roots. If you can look for that, Google that picture. Three horns plucked out of the roots. The Seventh-day Adventists are very good at that. I hope you can find those pictures. We're not gonna need the United States masonry yet, okay? But we're gonna get to that. So this is your question about the Catholic Church. We can include that in letter A, no? Masonry, Illuminati, secret organizations. They're more than that. They're, but when did they start? They started out during the Dark Ages. Then come the Knights Templars. They're associated with that. Of course, the Knights Templars escaped the persecution of the Catholic Church or the French king. There's a letter that the Pope acquitted the Knights Templars, but still they were still executed by the French king. So when they escaped, that became they went to England, they went to Portugal, they went to the United States. So, but the deep state we're talking about today, I hope you can find a research wherein they control the World Bank. The Swiss cross came from their cross. Okay, they became the world's first bankers. So the world is control. There's a secret organization today of Masons, Freemasons, different guilds, leagues, lodges that they control the world. Illuminati, just the same. Let's talk
Pardon,
about the
the
Illuminati.
pardon.
Okay,
Who is
okay.
the first banker? Pardon.
The Knights Templars.
I thought it's the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, isn't it?
Rothschilds are modern. The Rothschilds, we
Ah,
can mention them as today's deep state. But before the Rothschilds, it was them. Rothschilds is a family in modern times. They're alive today. Their dynasty, their family is alive today.
of the Federal Reserves, isn't it?
That's another topic. It's about the United States. The Federal Reserve was developed because of this deep state. It's not the money is controlled by another group, not the United States itself. There is another group that controls the world's economies through the Federal Reserve System. Is that deep state? Somewhat. But when what we're talking about deep state shadow government, these are the hidden persons controlling the world. So can you show, or you can show the Rothschilds right now. You can show the Committee of 300 right now. Uh, we have 1 hour to present the world's perspective. So the okay, let's get ahead of ourselves. Look at the United States. Okay, Progressive Ministry just passed Wise Up. Wise Up is the founder of the Illuminati. Okay, so look at the picture. So on the left, if you click in Staberna's picture, there's the guilds, the Masons, the past. Oh, that's the Inquisition. Okay, let's go to the right side. In Progressive Ministry, click the picture there. There's the American. You're moving the picture so fast. So this is Johann Adam Weishaupt, the founder of the Illuminati. Some say, or many says that they become a secret organization today. Whether that's true or not, um, we're just presenting that perspective. Later, we're gonna show the biblical perspective. And their secret organization controls the world's governments. Okay, so just research about that. Look at American Freemasonry or Bohemian Group. Let's show American Freemasonry first. American Freemasonry. Okay, there's it. George Washington was a Freemason. He was more of a Freemason than a Christian. Of course, they were influenced by Christians. But during that time, American Freemasonry uh, was the founding fathers of the United States. There are some Christian denominations, or many Christian denominations, claim that America was founded on the principles of Christianity. That's half truth. And I'm not saying that's not true. Because the earlier Freemasons quotes the Bible as their basis of faith. But Benjamin Franklin and many others, Thomas Jefferson, they're all Masons at the same time. In Freemasonry, you can have whatever religion you believe in because their target in life is existential. Earthly government. Let's say they shall we say they led the world in democracy or republicanism because other governments, click the picture of Sister Berna, are kings. They're monarchies. So the French Revolution got a head start in this republican democracy, and the American democracy followed suit, and they became an independent nation. They led the world in this supposed democratic government. And When you say democratic, you follow the people. But they quote the Bible because they were escaping persecution from Europe. So, so click the pictures to Bernard. Europe, they're monarchies, and there was a time in the Dark Ages they persecuted the Protestants. So the Protestants had to escape the wars in Europe to have some peace in the United States. Now, when the United States became a government, so they were first under England, but they declared independence, and who inspired them? The Freemasons. Much like here in the Philippines, Rizal, Bonifacio, even Aguinaldo. They were inspired by these secret societies, the spirit of this masonry, Freemasonry. Okay, we're talking about deep state of shadow government. So, click the picture of progressive ministry. See, this is what they call the Committee of 300. This was very prominent. Question. Okay.
You mean the KKK during the time of revolution here in the Philippines is
They were
associated with the
inspired. Bonifacio is a good, it's a reader of books. Even Rizal. They were all
during
inspired. Look at the
during the
monument. Look at their practice, their blood pact, their flag. Okay.
So do you mean the brotherhood, uh the 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 spirit of being uh
Secret society. Secret
concerned to
society.
to each other? No, what I mean is the spirit of concern to each other is maybe wrong.
You're
Actually,
asking if they were
the
wrong.
society, the KKK, they are revolutionary uh, society for those who from other country. So is that
You're asking if they are wrong.
oh yeah.
Well, this is what many Christians, even here in the Philippines, could not explain. They're not Christians. Will Christians join in a rebellion? The Christians are martyred all day long. So there's a different kind of martyrdom or gumburza because uh, what you're fighting for is for the nation, government. That's the difference. But many Christians could not differentiate that.
Bar Francis
So
follow up question. During when the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, they have also the revolution for their freedom.
less like
Um,
Maccabean revolt.
yes.
The freedom
So is
fighters are not necessarily Christian of God. Sometimes they are of God, temporarily, partially, but not thoroughly of God. The Maccabees are more closer to God than the world. There are revolutions that are taking place all over the globe. There, those who are rising against tyranny. Okay,
during the
tyrannical
time,
government.
yeah, during the time when Judas Maccabee led the revolution for the Israelites, for
Yes,
their freedom to worship
worship
God.
God. Yes.
Yes, so that's different to the Philippine Revolution. To and, how about the uh remember the Reformation era? The Protestant Revolution also, they need to fight for their freedom, uh for their faith. But is that okay also? Is that good or right? Remember,
Um.
they kill also the Roman Catholic. The Catholics, they fight for their faith. They killed also physically. They need to have killing Catholics also. The schism during the after the Reformation era. That's the reason
Temporarily,
why.
I said.
So is that
Uh,
all right or not?
Temporarily, God will justify you temporarily. The reason I say temporarily because God is not, shall we say, does not support rebellion. But
Remember, you said
because
a
we
while
are not
ago,
yet,
Christian don't. You said a while ago, Christian don't uh fight. They are martyr. They 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 need to be martyr.
yes, yes, Christians, um, Christians are supposed to be martyrs. You're supposed to be killed. Okay. Now, let's say there are uh, immature Christians who defend, like the Muslims, like the Jews. They uh, they hold the sword to rebel against tyranny, and some have identified themselves as Christian. No, because God only allowed them temporarily, not permanently. Temporarily, because of their, um, shall we say, immaturity. But God allows them. God sometimes will support them. But it is, that does not mean God is always for that. Let me give an example. The United States troops versus Hitler. God was on the side of the United States. But generally, God does not want war. It does not exonerate the United States that they also did something wrong. It's not only Hitler that did something wrong. Many countries on the side of the Allies, which God helped, they also did something wrong. I can use Israel today. We also already broadcasted this. I said Israel today is in sin, but God is still helping them survive the persecution or the onslaught of their persecutors. They're the one that wants to kill them, that wants to destroy them. God is defending Israel, even though Israel is still in apostasy. Israel is still in the state of apostasy. As a nation, as a whole, she has not yet woken up. The 70 weeks of Daniel is not yet finished. She's just pretending. The politicians in Israel are just pretending to like the Christians. But in reality, their rabbis hate the Christians. Okay? But they're just pretending to like the Christians so that they can get some support. That the Christians will say they are God's people. But in faith, they're not yet fully restored. So let's go to the Catholic Church, let's go to the Protestant wars, even the Freemasons. Can God use the Freemasons to instill a Christian principle in the United States? Yes, that's vice versa. When the Catholic Church was converting the pagans, can God tolerate the wars that she did? Sometimes it's justified in defending herself. Sometimes it's unjustified. They're the ones oppressing the others.
Follow up
So about the
question again,
Protestants
Brother Francis.
killing the Catholics, it's temporarily God tolerated it, but there are immature Protestants and there are mature Protestants. So the mature
Yun,
Protestants, they went to the United States. The immature Protestants carried out the war with the Catholics for 100 years. Okay. Follow question.
uh, you said a while ago the Freemason, uh, uh, God can use them. During the time of Brother Branham, actually Brother Branham have many friends of Freemason. I don't think so if even he was a Freemason also, because those meetings was associated with the Freemason. So what can you say about that? So God
Well,
used the
Brother
Freemason to spread
Branham
to
does
spread
not
the
discriminate.
gospel.
It's not that Brother Branham is an active Freemason. It is that Brother Branham does not discriminate whoever it is. If you understand our message of being Berean, whoever attends
So
your meetings,
so so meaning,
Uh,
Brother Francis, the Freemason is not wrong per se.
there are aspects of the Freemason that are Christian, that there are aspects that are not Christian.
excuse
So
me.
there are Christian denomination blasting out against the Freemasons because they tolerate any religion, whatever you believe in, just as long as you believe in God.
Brother
Just like a
Francis.
deist perspective. Okay, Brother Jerry.
Uh, James Manuel said that there is an evidence that Roy Davis, the pastor of Brother Branham, was a bona fide
Freemason.
Freemason
Ku Klux Klan.
and Ku Klux Klan. Yes.
Yes. And that's his way of trying to, that's his way of trying to discredit Brother Branham.
There are
But
many meetings, Brother Francis, that the session hall, the session hall, Brother Branham used that, and
yes,
there are many quotes in the message search. You can search it in the message of Brother Branham. There are many times that Brother Branham mentioned about the society, the secret society, and Brother Branham knew about the Freemason, and there are lots of friends in the Christian group, Allen, uh, 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 Oral Roberts, I think, the prominent preacher during his time also, the contemporary of Father Branham. Uh, Many meetings was associated with the Freemason. So I think I agree also on you that God can use that, but he was fair if those Freemason are doing bad things. That's not okay. So what are the bad and the good things that the Freemason?
so uh, the bad, let's go directly to the end of our outline. Okay? So
You
please share
mentioned
the
you
end of our
mentioned last
outline.
night about Cyrus, Brother Francis, isn't it? And even Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes, they
That's
were used
how
by
you
God.
answer Brother Menan's question. That's one you answered last night.
Yes, so God all can use pagan governments for his will. Sometimes they do the bidding of God, God's will, whether they know it or not. Whether they know it or not. Uh, um, Sometimes God anointed them. God's prospered them. Nebuchadnezzar, he boasted it was him. He boasted that he was the one that created his own empire. Then God made him crazy. Then he realized the empire was just given to him. Let's get ahead of ourselves. Please show the outline. So we're going to the second part, just because of the question. Okay. Let's open our Bibles to Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. If I got the verse right now, please read for us. Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. Please open our Bibles to Daniel chapter 4. Could anyone read for us? Hello? Are you there?
What verse, Brother F? Daniel 4.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This
Um,
is the highlight of our message here. It's all right to
uh,
get ahead of ourselves from the outline because
yeah,
we don't know when
close
the
your
time
share
will.
screen. Verse 17, Daniel 4. Daniel, oh yeah, Daniel 4, 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basest of men.
So look at that, Brother Jerry Barmenan. The governments of the world are, shall we say, permitted by God. Sometimes they are prospered by God, even though they're pagans, to serve His purpose, to serve His will. Egypt, there was a time it was used by God. There was a Pharaoh that supported Joseph, and there's a Pharaoh that went against Moses. You see, they serve both ways. So the masonry, they sometimes it served God. That's why many Christians thought they were all pure Christians. They were not pure Christians. Most of them are deists. So when they were, used by God, they were also used by the devil later in the end times. Today, Hollywood, the government, the women's liberation, LGBTQ, it's a spirit. Of course, the early founding fathers of the United States didn't know about that. But the spirit they started in eventually developed into like that. What? These follow what people want. Okay? Just don't step in each other's shoes. So this is 666. This is a man coming short of the glory of God. So man coming short of the glory of God, that's 666. Coming short of number 7, the number of God. And this is what will end up in the whole world, when the whole world will come together as one to condemn the two prophet ministry. What about us? Well, they're not yet marking us because we will go up in the rapture.
Then
It is a
again,
world system that is bringing lukewarmness to the churches today. Okay, question.
Brother Francis, excuse me.
the
Excuse me. Wait for a while. Excuse me. There is some noise. Maybe your electric fan or someone's mic is open. Please unmute everyone, please.
When I heard your voice, there's a feedback also. Is my electric fan uh ano?
noisy, your electric fan can hear.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. So, is it still noisy right now?
That it's okay now.
Okay. So I hope you interrupt me as early as possible so it will not take too long for others to see that. So here
Que-
um
Question first, Brother Francis.
okay,
To
question
interrupt.
question.
Uh the dream of Nebuchadnezzar during the time of Babylonian Empire. Uh that is the human government, right? So
Yeah. Yes,
during
yes.
his reign, God used Nebuchadnezzar also to to the to the Jews. And
Yes.
so the following uh empire was also used by God.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Nebuchadnezzar
was
was used, Cyrus was used
no,
by
Medo
God.
Persia during the Darius reign, with the
Yes, Ahasuerus.
Medo, yeah, yeah. The Medo Persian empire was used by God also to reveal the temple. Darius decree, the Cyrus decree, then the Greco-Macedonian Empire. Uh, that's God used the Macedonian, the Greek Empire, and also the Roman Empire.
Yes. He used all of them. He used Babylon, Medo-Persia. He used Greece. He used Rome. But were they used by the enemy? Yes. So they're both used. Same, even here in this what we call this internet, Facebook, they're used both ways. It's like a tree of knowledge of good and evil. It's like a tree of life and a tree of knowledge of good and evil.
Yes,
So
Brother Francis. And hello, hello.
there's
And
some
as I
microphone.
remember, about the stubbornness of Israel, even today, the political Judas, like group of Netanyahu, they are winning in all wars, but they are not repenting deeply, a true repentance to God. And you
So even though
mentioned
God is
in your
supporting
broadcast
them,
about Ezekiel 38, 39, that they will repent if God will not intervene in in favor of them.
yes. So uh there are the
As of
political
today, they are not repenting because they are winning in every war they enter into.
so they're not yet repenting, but God is supporting them. This is a wake up
Yes.
call for us. Sometimes we think we are doing the will of God because God is blessing us materially, physically. But no, God is just long suffering. He's waiting for us to repent. There are things that we need to repent. If you think you don't need repentance anymore, then that's your own undoing. But does not mean God will immediately make you poor unless you have a special mission in life. God will not make you immediately poor because God is waiting for you. Eventually, God will still chastise you. But do not wait for that chastisement to be collected, to be ano, collected so that you will receive some punishment. So for the governments today, the same thing. There were times that they were used by God. Well, it's another issue if they're beren or they're believers. So going back to the question about Brother Branham associated with the Freemasons, the Ku Klux Klan, etc. Not that he was following their evil deeds. It is because he does not discriminate among men. Okay? If he rented the hall of the Freemasons, of the lodges, there's nothing wrong. We also rent places. We also rent halls. Other people, other Christians do the same thing. So, going back to our premise, the governments today are not necessarily Christian just because they invoke being Christian. Sometimes they do the will of God. Sometimes they don't do the will of God. In the end times, it will become much more telling that they will be used by the Antichrist. Right now, they're used by the Antichrist, but many Christians do not see that. What is happening in the world, the conspiracy happening in the world. Now, going back to our outline. Let's go back to our outline. In the first part of our outline, the left side, if you click that, Hoshimani, those are the perspective of earthly men. Okay? Earthly men. There is a perspective of the Bible. We just got ahead of ourselves. We talked about the biblical perspective, but there is still prophecy that we need to tackle about that later. We need to get faster on this left side. I need to present the different conspiracy theories. I call it theory because it could be true, it could not be untrue. But there is a similarity with the biblical perspective. So, Masonry, Illuminati, Committee of 300, the Bilderberger Group, just write them down. show the pictures. We're gonna move to the letter B. Okay. These are all what? Conspiracy theories about a cabal of men holding a shadow government, controlling the governments of the world. That's letter A. So whether they're Catholics, Masons, Illuminati, secret societies, Freemasons, that's letter A. So going to letter B, this is a different. So Bohemian Grove. Okay, you research that, okay? Click the picture that you're rotating. Let's go to letter B. There's another deep state shadow government conspiracy theory about aliens. Now remember, we had the previous broadcast about the Stargate. The title is Stargate, wherein they opened up a portal in another dimension and they talk to aliens. But the Christians, part of the video I put in the series, are talking about their demons actually. But the US government doesn't know they're demons. Or don't, maybe some know, some don't know. So they, instead of calling them demons, they call them aliens. And these aliens, so we need to change pictures now. These aliens, they also have a conspiracy with the governments of the world, or the United States government particularly. So we're no longer talking about paganism or other secret societies. We're now talking of a collusion between the aliens and the government. It's also the deep state shadow government. So maybe I'm gonna base it on the picture, Stephen Greer. Sister Amy, maybe you can show the outline of. That's a picture of Sister Berna Stargate, no? So that was a previous topic. Our topic today is deep state government, shadow government. This claim is that the governments, the powerful governments of the world, are controlled by aliens. So maybe you can close the outline for now, Hoshimani. And Sister Remy just prepared the other outline that is full of details. Is that you copy it down. So let's show Stephen Greer picture. What you see in the picture now is David Grush. He's a whistleblower. He said the government and aliens have a secret agreement that the aliens are free to abduct people for experiments, genetic harvesting, in return for technology, reverse engineered technology of the aliens. So that's Stephen Greer. So click the picture of Hoshimani. Stephen Greer is one that is a whistleblower. He was given information about a government conspiracy to silence those who have knowledge, to silence those who knows the reverse engineered technology. Of course, his motivation is humanistic. What is his motivation? Of course, he's not Christian. He says the people should benefit the technology that we've taken from the aliens. And of course, he talks about the Galactic Federation. It's similar to Star Wars, no? Or Star Trek. The Galactic Federation of different alien worlds. That's why we have those television shows. Because of this, they have this secret knowledge that the government is in collusion with the aliens. And the governments of the world are controlled by aliens. There's different versions of that. And one version are the reptilians. The reptilians are controlling the world's leaders. The reptilians are secretly in the guise of human persons. The videos of the reptilians. Okay, so you're only focused on Greer. Okay, don't move so fast. Let me explain one by one. Ingos one. Okay, that's the reptilians, lizard people. Okay, they walk among us. Just research about that. The reptilians conspiracy. Okay, I'm not gonna detail so much because it will take too long. There are many versions we have to pass over. Is this a video where people become show their reptilian side? Okay. So here is a news anchor. Yoshimani made a closer picture. May his eyes will turn reptilian. Okay. So what about that? Actually, their claim is the royalties in England are reptilians. The heads of the government are reptilians. They're no longer humans. Okay? And what does that have to do with us? Well, they also believe the original sin. Oh. So, but this is a deep state shadow government conspiracy theory. Okay? These are just examples of what their proof is that there are like that. So there are many people that were killed for whistleblowing. So alien government collusion, there are many different versions of that. So let's go to let's move to, do you have the Roswell, when the alien ship went down, alien craft went down, and there was a meeting between the alien diplomats and Earth, of course, represented by the United States. If ever other countries have it, maybe they're all in secret. That's why they call it a conspiracy. It's secret. It's a deep state. So what happened here? Okay, change the picture to Eisenhower. Or wait, maybe before we go to Eisenhower, Progressive Ministry don't we cannot see the lizard eyes anyway. Let's change to the traditional picture Sister Yedas provided. Let's start from Roswell, or the alien government meeting. Eisenhower, do you have a picture of Eisenhower meeting with alien diplomats? Okay, you should have made a folder. This is not the protocol to Elder of Zion. It's a protocol of Russian manual. Okay, she didn't even get it right. Okay, before we go to Eisenhower, do you have a picture of alien meetings with Roswell? Okay, so it was not research. So before we play Eisenhower's voice, they had this agreement. It was not in the term of Eisenhower. It was in the term of Truman, Harry S. Truman. It started there, Majestic 12. Well, I asked you to research Majestic 12. If you were able to do that, show it here. What is Majestic 12? This is an organization. This became a shadow. Okay, question.
Hello, Brother Francis. Truman, is it true that Truman is the one who signed to drop the bomb of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, isn't it? Harry Truman?
Yes, he decided to drop the bomb in Japan, but it was in the term of Franklin Delano Roosevelt when the nuclear bomb was developed. So, okay. So Truman, it was in the term of Truman when these aliens, these Roswell, took place. And after Roswell, they had an agreement, a meeting with these aliens, and asked for that picture. This is the Majestic 12, Sister Berna's picture. So before we go to Eisenhower, the Majestic 12 preceded him. That's why when Eisenhower was complaining about the military industrial complex, the Majestic 12 was firmly in placed in the government. They are a shadow government. They're more than the CIA. They decide, they recover alien bodies, alien crafts, alien technologies. They reverse engineer and they keep it a secret. So they became a shadow government. So this is a conspiracy theory of a deep state shadow government on the aspect of alien collusion with with the government. It's a secret organization, a secret government that controls the present government we know. Okay, I need a picture of Washington D.C. You see the UFOs there? That was in the 1950s. During the beginnings of Brother Branham's ministry, these UFO sightings became prominent. When I talked about this in Quiapo, they laughed at me. But Brother Branham mentioned this also. I don't need to call Brother Branham now. It just, they really happened. That's why Brother Branham even mentioned them. What is happening? Of course, people see those crafts, but they don't know behind the scenes there is a collusion between the government and these alien beings. Now, if they were true, in our previous broadcast about the Stargate, the governments are deceived that they're aliens. In reality, they're interdimensional beings bringing technology, much like in Genesis chapter 6. Bringing technology, much like Genesis chapter 4, the lineage of Cain, to the humankind. So, helping the deception of humankind that instead of angels, they're alien extraterrestrials. But our topic is about deep state, a shadow government. So this Majestic 12 can kill people. Some, actually, one of their founders there, Forrestal, was killed. One of their leaders. They will assassinate people if some of them will whistle blow, will squeal, will divulge the secret. Okay? And why is it called a conspiracy? Because what they're doing is not good. Stephen Greer and many other whistleblowers. So they say this is a conspiracy in the government. So whether they're controlled by reptilians, whether the government is in collusion with interdimensional beings they call aliens, this is one version of that. What other aspect did I fail to mention? Could you show the outline, Sister Remy? The outline that you wrote down. There are many aspects of
And
that. The Stargate, the of course that was in the another other broadcast where Montauk project they were able to enter another dimension. Much like what Nimrod was after when he built the Tower of Babel. So I need the outline that I gave you. Okay, you may play Eisenhower's video now. Please play Eisenhower's video. Sister Remy, okay. And we need the voice of Eisenhower. Okay, this is the picture of Eisenhower meeting with aliens, no? Okay, so let's listen. Please increase the volume. No voice. No voice.
no voice.
Okay, if you cannot play the voice. So Eisenhower was complaining about the military-industrial complex because it was the military who took over the controls of these secret technologies. So if the voice could not be heard, you need to practice. Okay, just what anyone just look for it in YouTube. Okay, Eisenhower was complaining about the military industrial complex. Okay, so The voice could not come out. Okay, let's move on. Um,
A vital element in keeping the peace is our military establishment. Our arms must be mighty, ready for instant action, so that no potential aggressor may be tempted to risk his own destruction. Our military organization.
could you jump to that is warning about the government, the shadow government, the military
Today
industrial complex?
bears little relation to that known of any of my predecessors in peacetime, or indeed by the fighting men of World War II or Korea. Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. Added to this, 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. We annually spend on military security alone more than the net income of all United States corporations. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Okay, stop there.
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power.
You hear that? Unwarranted influence. He was referring to the military-industrial complex. It's actually much more powerful than the United States government, than the president, because Eisenhower could not control them. This speech, his wording shows that there is a shadow government controlling them. He could not even control them.
Bro
Finish
Francis.
the video. Okay, Barjeri, question.
I heard also some theories that they are saying that they are shadow government, as Dwight Eisenhower have been said, but that's only what we call it a grand plan to have a big chunks of United States budget for a greater expenditures. Not because there is a shadow government behind what we talk about the Jewish and the Vatican conspiracy to control the government, even the America. And we know that America was used by the beast, as an image of him.
So you're talking of letter A. There's no aliens involved. It's just a cabal of world leaders, secret world leaders. I'm right now talking about.
And on the other side, as I agreed upon this alien invasion, is God allowed it to be a decoy for the real coming of the what so-called alien to some unbelievers, to the people, to those who are lukewarm in this world, that there is a Messiah that will come.
Yes, there's another version, but that's not our topic. Our topic is deep state, shadow government. Now, for the topic of the UFO alien conspiracy or deception to the world, it was previously tackled in the previous broadcasts already. So our focus here is the government conspiracy. Okay. Question.
A while ago, Eisenhower said that do you believe that the government is not affiliated to the society he's talking to.
That's what
So
Brother
the
Jerry was
secret,
saying. That's one possibility. But the other, we're just looking up the second possibility that whistleblowers are saying that we are in collusion, the governments actually are in collusion with these interdimensional beings, that we're giving them secret technologies. But in the Bible, there is an example of that. It happened in Genesis 4, the lineage of
so,
Cain. It happened in Genesis 6
Brother
until
Francis,
before,
can
and it happened with Nimrod, the stargates. Okay.
uh, do you mean the Freemasonry, the secret society, um, the, the government did not know about this, or the
Don't mix up
government
the Freemasonry.
affiliated
I
also to the
separated
secret
them.
society?
They do
The
not
secret
claim
society was
aliens, okay?
no, no.
So,
What I think is the Freemasonry, the Illuminati,
okay. If
the
ever,
society, the Philippines, uh the Eagles, do you know the Eagles? Society in this local in our
in every part
country.
of the world, there are secret societies.
So
There are even
so they
cult
are they
religions.
affiliated, to the government? Because if you are belong to the society, you have access to the government.
Okay, let me answer you. Not all secret societies are affiliated, but there is a secret society that is affiliated to the government. Okay, that's one of the conspiracy theories. Okay, one of the many theories. Is alien collusion is another theory. And is there a precedent in the Bible? They both have. They have some biblical basis, both of them. But there we have the third one, the Jewish conspiracy. So okay, so I hope that satisfies you. So let's get back to our topic. I hope you can finish the video of Eisenhower. The last part he was mentioning, I asked it to be stopped because you have to notice what he said. There is an unwarranted influence. When America developed this military industrial complex, they became so powerful that even the presidents could not undo them. JFK was killed because of that. And there are, please play Ronald Reagan's speech in the United Nations. From his language, it seems like he knows, but just he could not just divulge it to the public because the military complex prevent him from doing so. JFK was assassinated supposedly because of that. But Eisenhower, Carter, and all the rest of the presidents will just play ball. They will just
Brother
follow
Francis,
on what the military establishment
Brother Francis,
was. Okay, question.
are you talking about Ronald Reagan's speech then when he said that I have to do it? I say about the Star Wars. Let's have a Star Wars.
That's another topic. Star Wars strategic defense initiative. That's another topic. I asked for a video to play in the United Nations. So I hope you can show the Pentagon, no, while Barger is asking question. Okay, show the Pentagon. That's a military industrial complex. Show other, no. By the way, we failed to show the pentagram in Washington D.C. as a proof that Masonry is embedded in United States founding. Okay, so I hope you can folderize that. If it's letter A, I have all pictures related to that. So that's the Pentagon, but this is for the military industrial complex. The pentagram, that's for Masonry, letter A. So we're in the alien part here. So let's play brother not Ronald Reagan's UN speech where he mentioned the aliens, because we're running out of time. We need to present the biblical perspective. And although it's good that I got ahead of myself early on.
Maybe
Okay.
you do a part two of this, Bra
No,
Francis,
no, 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 no.
for scrutiny.
Okay, if you want a part two, you give me an outline, okay? Okay, brother, please play Ronald Reagan's speech. No sound, no sound. Okay, so okay, so while you're fixing the sound, let me continue. Try to show other pictures of the So what did Reagan say? He said that oh, you may play Reagan without the sound, and gonna say what he said. He said the world conflicts will end because they have a common enemy. If there is an alien invasion. And he said later, the aliens might be here. Reagan could not say it directly. They are really here. They're in collusion with the government. But he just gave a hint. From this hint, the alien conspiracy theorists will claim he knows something. He just could not spill the beans because previous presidents have been assassinated for that. Okay, so much for that. Anyone just look for it in YouTube. Ronald Reagan's speech. Okay. Question?
The sound can't be here in OBS because earlier you said that there's echo.
Okay, no big deal. So you can go to YouTube to play it. Anyway, no big deal, okay? I'll just explain what he said because we're running out of time anyway.
I had already made a setup here, a fixed setup, so everything changes when someone is
Okay, so let me just proceed because we need to hurry because we have 30 minutes left for the part B. Okay, we have not talked about the protocols of the elders of Zion. So brother Reagan said that maybe they're already here. First he said the world conflicts, the world disagreements. I'll close that video. It's on YouTube. Okay. So he said that our arguments, our disagreements will disappear. Russia, United States, China, etc. We will all come together, and we have a message about that. If Hoshimani can share the eternity to eternity, the Armageddon, the second coming of Christ. I said when Jesus Christ comes back down here on earth, the whole world will unite.
When you
we have a voice.
We're all God's children, wherever we may live in the world.
Yes, doesn't know how
I couldn't help but say to him,
operate
just think
here.
how easy
I went down
his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held. If suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet.
The post. The video is paused.
I'll change the screen because it's irritating already.
Okay, so let me. So, Sister Hoshimani, could you change the eternity to eternity picture? Hoshimani, is this Sister Yed? Could you change the picture to the tribulation period of Brother Gan? So, okay. Are you
Next time,
listening?
Brother F, I'm not going to play any videos here. I'll stick to the pictures because it's keep me going back and forth to the
okay, don't
speaker.
mention that. So here, this is a picture of Brother Jackson.
I'm irritated.
Don't talk about that. Just have some forbearance. So here in this picture, let's content ourselves with Brother Jackson's illustration. You see Armageddon. I'd like Brother Gan's picture because you can see the second coming of Christ. But Sister Berna, okay, let's focus on Sister Berna. Zoom on the second coming of Christ. Okay, there it is. You see Christ coming back down on earth, but the whole world will see them as alien invasion. That's why the war between East and West, it will be World War III. That's supposed to be Armageddon. They will be interrupted. God will stop the war through Jesus Christ, and they will train their ordinances against Jesus Christ. They will focus. They will make their war against the Lamb. Why will they make war against Jesus Christ? Because they don't see him as Jesus Christ. They see him as an alien invasion. Just what Ronald Reagan said. The disagreements of the world will disappear once there is an alien threat. And lastly, he mentioned we might not know they're already here. Okay, because he knows something. Okay, let's move on to the last part of our outline. No, sorry. The last part of the first half of the outline. Please show the outline. The protocols of the elders of Zion. Show the picture there. The picture, I think, Brother Sister Yed got is not the elders of Zion. It's a protocol of Russian manual. You can still show it here so that she can, next time she will focus much closer in research. When you research that, you get the wrong picture. Could you show the picture of the protocol? Just to show the mistake. Okay, if it will take too long. What is this? Maybe show the Wikipedia if we're running out of time. Okay. Oh, look at that. This is not but there's an Israel there. The protocols with preface and explanatory notes. The possession of these documents in Soviet Russia is punishable by immediate death. Why? I think she got the picture right. I was the wrong one. I thought she got the picture wrong. Okay. This is just a picture of the manual of a book. What is this book all about? Let's open the Wikipedia. Could you open the Wikipedia, Sister Remy or Sister Berna? The Protocols of the Elders of Zion. What does it talk about? Let's read just the first short paragraph. Okay, here we are. Sister Berna, please close your share screen so we can read with bigger letters. And you can still zoom it also, Sister Remy. Sister Berna, close your. Okay. So, please read these. The first part only, the upper part. Oh, here we are. Okay, can anyone read? Brother Menan, Brother Jerry? Okay.
The protocols of the elders of Zion is a fabricated text purporting to detail a Jewish plot for global domination, largely plagiarized from several earlier sources. It was first published in Imperial Russia in 1903, translated into multiple languages, and disseminated internationally in the early part of the 20th century. It played a key part in a popularizing belief in an international Jewish conspiracy. The text was exposed as a fraudulent by the British newspaper, The Times, in 1921, and tried the German and by the German newspaper, Frankfurter Zeitung, in 1924. Beginning in 1933, distillations of the work were assigned by some German teachers as if they were factual to be read read by German school children throughout Nazi Germany. It remains widely available in numerous languages in print and in the internet, and continues to be presented by
Okay, never mind. Anti-Semitism. Okay. Please show pictures of the nation of Israel. I'm gonna give my opinion on this and the biblical perspective. Or show the map of Israel. or show Google some pictures about Israel conspiracy, Jewish conspiracy. So why did I include that here? Because many people in the world believe that. And what is the biblical perspective of that? Could you mute your microphone, Bargeri? Okay, thank you. So please Google pictures. Or Sister Berna, you may Google pictures, Bermenan, or even the previous broadcasts about Israel. Or there is a coin by Arafat that shows Israel will expand its borders way beyond the borders of Israel. They will expand even up to Iraq, Syria, like that. Bar Jackson also has an illustration of that in the contender. I forgot to ask Mr. Remy to prepare a picture of that. So let's so I hope you can Google those pictures now. So this is my very quick. Is there a Jewish conspiracy? Brother Branham said in, I asked for a quote of that. Thank you. So rotate pictures about Israel trying to expand their borders beyond, even Bar Jackson, when Israel does this, if you can look for the picture. The conspiracy is Israel is an imperialistic nation. He wants to conquer other nations. The Muslims today are the one presenting Israel as like that. And Hitler was the one who believed that. But let's go back in the past. Is there some truth that these Jewish, there is a Jewish deep state conspiracy? Now, for me to answer, stating from the statement of Brother Branham, there is partial truth on that. And what is my proof today? I'll show the nation of Israel. As I've said before, the nation of Israel today, they are not Christian. So they might be innocent, just wanting to have a place in the United Nations. Yes, but
I have a quote here, Brother Francis.
Okay, show the quote or read the quote. Or you can ask others to search the quote. Or read it, because we're running out of time.
Now, Brother Branham says, now the Catholic Church back there from charging for mass and so forth holds the wealth of the world. You remember? The Bible said she was rich and how she was. And remember, not only just on one nation, she is rich on every nation there is under heaven. She reaches out, she has the money. Now that they don't have, Wall Street has, which is controlled by the Jews. Another quote is here. He is called the Antichrist until the end of the church age. For he is the children are against Christ and the world. This man is called the Antichrist. Now he's going to hold the money, and that's where I think I come in just a minute. It's all about, okay, that's it.
So the Jewish cabal and the Catholic cabal will join forces and rebuild the temple in Jerusalem. And that's the conspiracy. Under Bar Jackson, I heard that when they build the temple, the silver is mine, the gold is mine, they will withdraw the world's riches back to Jerusalem. The United States and Russia will fall, but Russia will not fall without a fight. So there will be the Ezekiel 38 and 39. So is there a partial truth of this conspiracy? Yes. Partial truth, not whole truth. So there are there Jewish bankers lending money to people so that they can control their lives, much like what we have today is the World Bank or the IMF. Yes, much like China is loaning me money to the world so that they will control your country after you cannot pay them. You default in paying them back. Okay, so much for that. We're talking about deep state shadow governments. Let's go to the second half of our outline. Please show our outline. We need to go be very fast here. Please show the outline. Anyway, okay, thank you. Let's move on to the biblical perspective. So maybe some of you, while I'm tackling this, another will share screen about what I'm talking about here. So prehistoric Lucifer. Or maybe just use the eternity to eternity so we can be very fast. Sister Yed, did you find pictures about the title deed of Adam in Larkin's or Branham quotes? Okay, so go to prehistoric Lucifer, Sister Berna. You don't have a connected eternity to eternity, so you have to look for. Okay, there you are. So where is Lucifer? Lucifer is in the center, the first circle. Click the picture of Sister Berna. So Lucifer controlled the earth before his fall, and after his fall, that's the fall of Lucifer, he controlled the world. We're talking about government. So before humankind, in the image of God, the deep state is not yet a deep state. It's not yet a shadow government. It's not yet the fall of Lucifer. It's still Lucifer reigning in the creation of God. That's Ezekiel 27. And that's the first government. Then next, the fall. Then what happens? The deep state starts. The shadow government starts. But this kind of shadow government is different from the perspective of the world view. This is the perspective from the Bible. And this is what I believe. There's a spirit realm that's ruling over us that we don't know. But this is before man in the image of God. Before Adam. So let's move on to Adam. You zoom on that picture. There's Adam. And there's the fall of Adam. Adam lost his title deed of the earth to the devil. The devil just reclaimed his control over all the earth. Let's move on to Nimrod. Okay, move on, because we're running out of time. Go to the Tower of Babel. Okay, so Sister, I hope you can ask Sister Remy for a copy of these connected. So, okay, that's the Tower of Babel. Zoom it, you're already there. The Tower of Babel. If you have other pictures, Hoshimani, about the kingdoms of the world, Nimrod, like that, you may show it, okay? So here, we're looking at Sister Berna's Eternity to Eternity. Click that picture. The Tower of Babel represents this new world order. Is there a deep state? Is there a shadow government? Yes, because Nimrod was inspired by the devil. As he was making a stargate to reach up to heaven in the spirit realm, not in the skies, not in space. And God destroyed that. So that's the first deep state shadow government. People don't know. Then let's move on to Melchizedek. You don't have a picture of Melchizedek here. It may still remain in your timeline, Sister Berna. So others may share screen of Melchizedek. So Sister Berna got lost in her time machine. Okay, Melchizedek, if you have a picture here, represents a kingdom of priests. You are a priest and you are a king at the same time. Nimrod was also a king priest. But what kind of priest? The priest of the devil. A sorcerer. So Melchizedek is a king and a priest at the same time. What is his domain? It's Salem. That's a small kingdom, Salem. It represents like the church compared to the kingdom in Iraq by Nimrod. Abraham came from Iraq. He came from Ur of the Chaldean. So he came from that place where Assyria and Babylon city-states. Where? And he was called by God to Canaan. That's where Melchizedek was. And so that Melchizedek could bless him. So, after Melchizedek was gone, Jacob was already 40 years old. And the kingdom of Israel came from the loins of Jacob. So the kingdom of Israel, Sister Bernia, could you show the kingdom of Israel in eternity to eternity? That's a small, like the Garden of Eden, like Adam. The kingdom of Israel is, shall we say, a government that is theocratic. Theocratic means it is ruled by God. What about the rest of the governments of the world? Well, that's Melchizedek, na? That's Abraham showing him the spoils. Melchizedek represents a church state or a government that is of God. It's a foreshadowing of the millennium. Abraham is just a family until Jacob. But Jacob will grow into a big nation. So this is theocracy, okay? What about deep state? Is Israel, let's show, Sister Berna, could you show eternity to eternity, the state of Israel? Or others can share screen. We're still in the Israel side. We're not yet in the church. So this is just a good picture. So let's get back to Israel. Could you share screen that eternity to eternity, the historical timeline of Israel? So when Israel was a nation, it is an example of a theocratic government of God. But they were not perfect. Is there a deep state? Yes. Ezekiel chapter 8. Ezekiel had a vision that though outwardly they're serving God, inwardly they're serving the devil. They're worshiping the sun god at Christmas. Okay, so not yet on the divided kingdom. Before the divided kingdom. So Sister Berna. So later we're gonna go to the divided kingdom. So Sister Berna, PM Sister Remy to ask for a copy of the connected, half connecting, one stacked over the other, the connecting eternity to eternity. So we will not have a hard time going to the next connecting picture. Okay, so in Israel, get back to your picture. I'm gonna, Sister Berna, the one you were showing a while ago. Because of the deep state, because Ezekiel had a vision, that means there, even though the kingdom of Israel was supposedly of God, they were not really worshiping God. They were, that's Sister Remy's, one stack over the other. Okay, you may show Israel upward, then Exodus, then the divided nations. But right now, I need to go to the divided nations. So zoom on that. You must be familiar with that. Okay? Marjorie trained her to look at this in the timeline. Maybe you have some couple devotional time looking at this. Personal devotional time. Okay, zoom on the divided nation. Okay? So Shimoni, close your picture. The divided nation of Israel represents the apostasy in Israel. Is there a deep state? When I say deep state, shadow government, it's no longer God is being followed in that nation until they fell into captivity. Okay, here we are. It's zoomed. Okay, Sister Remy has already zoomed it. That's the divided kingdom. Then you see the Assyrian captivity, then the Babylonian captivity. So click the picture of Progressive Ministry. Then there's the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire. So Sister Berna, maybe show the four world empires. What is the deep state about that? The devil controls the governments of the world, much like today. If well, the conspiracy theories are saying are true, then the devil is in control of the governments we have today. So, um, what did we read a while ago in Daniel chapter 4, verse 17? Daniel said that God ruleth over all nations, and he gave them to whomever he will. Let's say Nebuchadnezzar became a strong nation, an empire, because God supported him, not because his religion was true. That was the question a while ago. But because he will serve God's purpose. Temporarily, they can have some recognition of God. Can God save pagan Gentiles? Yes. That's another topic. If God deals with them, the devil also deals with them. Nebuchadnezzar worships pagan gods, Cyrus. But there's a scripture in Daniel chapter 10 or 11. Could you look for that scripture? When Daniel was praying for an answer, God sent the answer through Gabriel. Could you show the demon, the prince of Persia, the demon that prevented Gabriel from reaching his destination to Daniel? What is that all about? That is how the angel or the demon prevented Gabriel from delivering his message to Daniel. That means to say every nation on earth, Persia, that's a prince of Persia. This is not a human prince. This is a demonic prince. This is a fallen angel. Every nation there is a demon spirit, a hierarchy in all the world, because the world, could you show pictures that the devil showed Jesus Christ, the kingdoms of the whole world? Sir Yed, Berna, or whoever, could you search for that picture? When that's it, Hoshimani. The devil was showing Jesus Christ the kingdoms of the whole world. Why? He owns them. But you said God was using the governments of the world. Yes, partially. Because it is God who allowed the devil to have control over them. So what does that mean? Being nationalistic is not necessarily of God. The Maccabeans became nationalistic. Here in the Philippines, we have nationalism, Chinese, Germany, etc. They went to war because of nationalism. So the devil, the demons, every country has a demon controlling it. It took Michael to be sent by God to free Gabriel, to engage the demon so that Gabriel could be free to deliver his message to Daniel. So let's get back to our outline. We're almost out of time.
Brother Francis, it's something like a two trees that you mentioned before, isn't it? That God put it in the on earth, on the garden.
But right now it's the government. Even nations are called trees. It's no longer family that are called trees or human person called trees. Governments, nations are called trees. Okay? So that's a picture. You have the Prince of Persia. In other picture, they look like an animal. No? So they're supposed to be demons. They're demons controlling every government of the world. So maybe show the United Nations. The nations of today, you just don't see it. They're under the control of the devil. There's a worldwide conspiracy, whether the world leaders know it or not. But the Bible states it's controlled by the devil. And one day, it will come to a head. It will come to a singularity. It will come to its conclusion, the tribulation period. The uniting of the world, much like Nimrod uniting the world to build a Babel. The uniting of the world under Pope for peace and prosperity. But that's a false peace. So we need a picture of the United Nations. Let's get back to our outline. Progressive Ministry, please show the outline. Okay. What are the last part? as we have the church. The church is a mini kingdom of God on earth, kingdom of heaven on earth. Heaven in the real world, that's still a good song to play, no? Heaven in the real world. So, but the song is about Lord of the Harvest. It's a millennium. But if you want to play two songs, you may play it. Heaven in the real world and the previous song last week and Lord of the Harvest. So let's look at our outline. We're finishing this up. Daniel 4:17, that's Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel 10 and Daniel 11. Oh no, sorry. Daniel 11 talks about the king of the north. So I think the story about the Persian demon is in Daniel 10. So I made a mistake. Daniel 11 is about the king of the north. So what am I proving here? Every nation is being controlled by a demon. And there are hierarchies of demonology. There's our hierarchies of demons. And they're mistaken as aliens sometimes. Now here in the Philippines, aside from the government, did you know that there are secret societies, secret religious groups? I'm talking about spiritual groups. There are sorcerers, there are witches. They say the Philippines is controlled by a certain spirit. Okay? So there are the antiquated, a good picture of the Crusaders comics there, no? So, what is the end? What is the end? Oh, Gary McKinnon, I failed to mention him because we're in a hurry. Gary McKinnon, finally you showed JFK. Now, Gary McKinnon found, was a whistleblower about U.S. military going to space. But we're out of that time and we missed that picture. Okay, let's go to the millennial kingdom. I need the eternity to eternity and show the millennium because we need to wrap this up. Okay? We don't have time. So, what is this? Oh, there will be the tribulation period. There will be the whole world, the kingdom of this world will become the kingdom of our Lord and of His Christ. And there will no longer be a shadow government, a deep state. If we ever call it a deep state in the millennial kingdom, please show the millennial kingdom, eternity to eternity. Okay, there you are. It's the Berna. So show the millennium. Okay, thank you. So that's the millennial reign of Jesus Christ. Can we say there's a deep state there? If ever there will be the bride of Christ that is glorified bodies. Okay, you lost the picture. You lost your signal. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, there you go. Go back again. So, we can say those the one that are in deep state are angelic. The bride church that will become angels. They will be like as angels in heaven. And we will control the world. We will be as kings with Christ, but in the spiritual realm. In the earthly realm, there will still be governments. There will still be mayors, governors. But the deep state, if we're ever going to use that terminology, a secret controlling force behind the external government that everyone sees is the church that will become the bride of Christ, the wife of Jesus Christ. And they will rule the world from the spirit realm, inspiring kings and governors on earth. And until will there still be a demonic deep state? No, that will be the rebellion. Let's zoom on the little season, Sister Berna. Zoom on the little season. You don't know the little season? The little season is on the right side. Okay, so the little season, it's a rival government, or they want to rebel, they want to take over the government of Jesus Christ. Much like the rebellious youths of today. They want to be free. I want to break free. A demon-inspired singer sang that. So that is the little season. Look at the right side. If Sister Bernard could not zoom on that side, maybe Progressive Ministry can zoom on that right side. Okay. So the little season on the right side, Sister Berna, is they want to get back to the previous time where the devil is in control of the government. But fire from come down from heaven to burn them up. And then next is the great white throne judgment. Then next comes the eternal age. Then the true government that really should come from God, the true theocratic government, will be finalized. Will there still be a deep state? No more. Everything will be transparent as glass. Everything will be. Before we wish there will be transparency in the government. They could not. They could not give transparency in the government today because of this conspiracy, because of this secret. But right in the eternal age, there will be transparency. How about the millennium? Is there transparency? Yes, but it's ruled with a rod of iron. But in the millennium, in the eternal age, it will not be ruled with a rod of iron. It will be ruled with voluntary love. So there's still enforcement against their will, in the millennium. Only for the children of the sheep, but wayward children of the sheep that will turn to goats. But here in the eternal age, those supposed to be goats will have been thrown to the lake of fire, and the earth will be purified, and everything will be transparent. There will no longer be a deep state. There will no longer be a shadow government. It will be transparent. What I can call a deep state in the millennium will be beings like us in glorified bodied form traveling the whole of the universe. How about the rest of humankind that is in their natural bodies? They can still travel the universe through physical means. Oh, that's the lake of fire Hoshimani showed. That's where all the deep state shadow governments will fall afterwards. Okay, so we've reached the end of our rope here, our end of our time. So please give us a closing prayer, and you have this option to play